You have to know your strengths, bro. A lot of people try to do everything. I'm not trying to do everything, but I'm trying to do what I do well. Like, it's like me. Like I said, if I was pretending to be some super goon man 4000, I'd have to be that all the time. So, or if I was trying to be Gallem man, I'd have to be like sexy and shit. I'm not neither of these things. So just be yourself the most, and then see what going on.
Welcome to Making Conversation with me, Grant Brydon, a podcast about music, creativity and careers. For this series, I've sat down with a range of artists and creative professionals in order to learn about how their unique experiences and perspectives can help us in our own creative and business practices. For this episode, I spoke to Grime MC Manga. Manga came up as part of the legendary Roll Deep crew, but over the past few years has been building his own fan base as a solo artist, starting with 2017's Outbursts From The Outskirts and last year's Outsiders Live Forever. We talked about the difference between being known and having fans, building a brand that's true to self, and knowing the difference between the things that influence you and the things that you should make. What's the first recorded music or popular music that you heard that you were into?
Reggae and R&B. My dad's a DJ, so he used to have everything.
Yeah.
And jungle. I think that's the first thing I remember me liking was jungle. Because my dad played a bit of it, and then I went into nursery, innit? Right, nursery. And then my brother, Ricky, he had an older brother and he brought in the jungle. I heard a jungle tape. And then I thought, it sounded familiar because my dad used to play a bit of it.
Right.
I'm saying. And then I heard jungle and I thought I was sick. And it was DJ Brocky.
Right.
And I'll never forget that. And I was sick. So yeah, jungle, reggae and R&B. But that's what you used to play in my house every day. Music every day in my house. Every day. Especially the weekend, like I was saying. So that was mainly it. Whatever my dad was playing and my mum was playing. Mainly my dad. Just, bare reggae. But I hated reggae them time there. Because it's just your dad's music, innit? You're not really
Yeah.
So I say it to my girl sometimes. I'll be like, oh, look. She listens to say to Beres Hammond and Sanchez and all these things. And you think, I remember not liking this music because that was just old people music. But now I love this music more than anything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was the main things. I think the first things that I listened to.
All of this music's just in the house anyway.
Yeah.
What's the first music that you find for yourself outside of the house and bring home?
I wouldn't even say jungle because that was even being garage probably.
Yeah.
Garage. That I knew more about than my mum, my dad, or my brothers. That's saying that I went and found out.
Yeah.
Garage, and Rockefeller and Jay-Z and that.
Yeah.
But I didn't even understand they were all together. Rockefeller with Dipset. Well, I didn't know it was Kanye West. I didn't know I liked Kanye West till later because he produced all my favorite songs.
Right.
Until then I found out.
But you weren't, at that point you're not looking at producer credits. It wasn't as big of a deal, was it?
Not until he came out with his album. And then I went back and I thought, oh right, you produced that Jay-Z song, that Dipset song, that
Beanie Siegel and stuff,
all the songs. I thought, right, so that's why maybe even like him even more. But anyway, yeah, so Rockefeller as a unit, and Garage.
Yeah. How did you get into those two?
Garage?
Where did you end up finding them?
I don't know, Garage is just the street music, innit? With just what all the oldest used to do. I used to go Camden and get tape packs of Heartless Crew and that. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Heartless Crew was the early one because I went to my brethren's house and they were playing a Heartless Crew set from La Costa Nostra. And again, I was young and I've never been to a rave before.
Yeah.
And I'm the oldest, so I ain't got no older brothers or sisters. So I had to find out a lot of things myself. I heard this tape and we was playing it. Their mum and dad must have gone out. It was a free yard and they were playing the tape, but it sounded like a rave and I've never heard this before. Apart from my dad reggae sound clashes, but it was garage, but live with some bars on it. I was baffed. I was like, "Rah, what's this?" You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm used to listening to Rockefeller things. They're rapping. It's a rap song or garage, what's on the radio a bit singing. You know what I'm saying? Not like that. So I heard the live set of, I think it was Heartless Crew at La Costa Nostra.
Right.
I said, yo, so then Heartless was my favourite. And because Heartless used to play reggae, bashment, and things like that. And garage. So it was more familiar to me. So they'll wheel it up and start going doom, 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 doom. So that was familiar to me. Then they'll bring it to a garage flow. Then they'll have some, play a Sunship remix and it'll be an R&B record I knew, but a garage version. It was mad. I was like, oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is me in it.
Yeah.
And then I started going Camden to go get tape packs. And then that's how I found out about Heartless Crew. And then I never really liked it, like Norris, the Boss Windrost and all that, man. I never liked that. That wasn't really for me. Heartless thing, because they fused everything, and that's when I found out about Pay As You Go, and I was sick. That's when I started to go to like under 80s raves, like the Ball, Bigger Fish. Yeah, then we started MCing, and that was it. I'm early.
Because I always wonder, like, that process between someone being a fan of something, because there's that leap that you have to take from being like in the audience, like a listener of it, to actually being like, I'm gonna do this. How did you end up on the mic?
Well, I wanted to be a DJ, but I never had no money.
Right.
So I wanted to be a DJ. Then I found out it's £7 a vinyl. I said, yeah, nah, I'm alright. I never had no P. Real talk, I was saying, like, I thought, yeah, be a DJ, because that's what my dad does, and I love this music. It was sick. And then yeah, £7 a song. One song. I never even had £7. So I thought I can't do that. And then I thought I'm gonna start MCing. Let me just try that. 'Cause I went to my brother's house, big up Mystery, and he had decks. Now you know what it is? Like, some people's parents are more like free and open in it, or they had more money or whatever. But those houses, like proper groomed, like I would say groomed, man. That sounds mad. Yeah, fuck it, groomed, man. I guess let's say that. Like, because they were free, so you got to hang out and chill.
Yeah.
And like he had decks, and his mum didn't mind us being there, and then he was DJing, and then we just start and just have fun and see how it goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I think about it, my mum would have never had us in my house like that.
Yeah.
But there was 3 of us. Now when I think about it, my mum and dad were quite young, so I don't even know how they even managed anyway. But obviously they're telling us shut up. They're not telling all this freeness. Anyway, so I went to Mystery's house. He had decks. I started MCing. I started writing lyrics, and I thought that's what the girls liked as well. So I said I'm gonna carry on. Then I used to go to these raves like Bigger Fish, and all the attention would be on the MCs. Like Flirt, I was chilling with Flirt one time. He was like the biggest MC in our ends, and then he just went on the mic, and it was SLK. There was 2 crews. There was SLK and FOF, and none of them wanted me to be in them because they thought I was rubbish. And then SLK, went on the stage and Flirt was killing it. I said, nah, that's it. I have to write. That's it. This is my thing. This is what I'm doing now. Do you know what I mean? And then from there, I just started writing, practicing at Mystery's house, and then just doing what everyone else does, trying to go on radio and rare, all that jazz. But just on ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess with rap music, it kind of starts in a like recorded form, whereas with grime, it's like you just spitting bars at raves and things like that. But when do you start to actually record the bars?
Oh, man, I joined Roll Deep.
Okay.
That was like years later.
Yeah,
I've done nothing like that.
Right.
So even when...
So it was always radio and
not even radio, man, just sets
Yeah.
and on ends. Like I said, I wasn't the most popular. Like no one, like I'm not saying no one liked me, but no one rated, man. Like, to be fair, I wasn't really that good. Maybe I was good. I don't know. Might have been good, but maybe I think I was good. I used to write good stuff, but my delivery wasn't good. But my flow was like skippy and exciting. But I was now looking back at it, like I was saying before, I'm not that good. But I wasn't the most liked one. Like I'm saying, it's the same as today. It's the same as before. Like obviously, grime was, well, it wasn't even grime yet, but like early garage, dark, like late garage when it was like dark MCing. It was the same thing as like what is nice about your street cred, grease, aggressive. It was all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you the most popular gallon man? Are you a shot? Are you whatever? And I wasn't any of them things.
Yeah.
So it didn't really resonate. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I was writing lyrics like I was greasy, but I wasn't, because that's what I just heard. You know what I mean? And then so yeah, I wasn't. So then years later, I was just doing everything like MC, just trying to just MC. I just liked it, and then then I just met Wiley.
Yeah.
And then Roll Deep. So the first thing I recorded ever was Poltergeist remix, which is on In at the Deep End.
Okay.
But it was a lyric I wrote, but it was the first time I recorded it, and the second thing was when I met.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was mad.
Because I remember in Target's book reading this bit about when you first kind of show up at the studio, and I think like Wiley wasn't there or whatever, and
No.
you're just there. Like, how, from your point of view, like how was that first session?
Mad weird, because I didn't know I was going there for a session. I didn't know what a session was.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing like that, and I was a Roll Deep fan by then, like a big Roll Deep fan. So it was weird to even say I was in Roll Deep, because I didn't feel like I was. I thought you got a chain, or I thought you got some stuff. I didn't know how it worked. So like I said, I listened to Pay As You Go, and then when I listened to Pay As You Go tapes, like Wiley was my favorite. And then he used to mention a thing called Roll Deep, whatever, and I didn't know what it was. Then I listened to Choice FM, and CK Flash invited, obviously, Wiley, and Wiley brang Roll Deep, or some of them, which was Dizzy, Flowdan, and Target and someone else. But I thought, oh, that's Target from Page Ago, Wiley's on Page Ago, these two new people. And then it was Roll Deep. I said, oh, they're the best crew ever in life. I thought Flowdown was a murderer. Like, his voice was insane. And so by the time I met Wiley and all that, I was a big Roll Deep fan. Like, they're my favourite crew ever.
Yeah.
Like, before me and without me, best my favourite crew. So when I met Wiley, I met him in Halston. And he said, come studio, whatever. When I spoke to him, like, even that months later, and I just knocked on the door. And Target answered the door. Danny answered the door. And it was weird because see, like now, you know your favourite artist because you got Instagram and whatever. But I knew who Danny Weed was by looking, and I knew most people wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked, I said, oh, that's Danny Weed. I thought I opened the door and I was what? Then it was Target and Flowdown playing pool. I thought, oh my, what's going on? Like, what's going on? But like, so I just said to him, like, oh, Wiley told me to come here. And then they just said, yeah, go upstairs or sit down or whatever. And obviously they must have tried to ring him. But again, knowing Wiley today, that's, if someone come here right now and said, Wiley told me to come here, to come meet you, I'd just say, yeah, come sit down. I don't know. That's what you would do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, not a normal person would be like, no, what are you talking about? Not let you stay there, get through to the person, but they just must have thought it's Wiley, innit? Wiley's been like this forever. So then I just sat upstairs, and then like Tinchy was there, all the road to scratch, everyone was there. All the Russ squad were there, and then I just sat down.
Yeah.
And I just kept going back there every day for like a week because he just kept saying, yeah, come back thing. But sometimes he wouldn't be there. Even when he was there, obviously, they're making an album. I didn't really understand that process either. I just thought that it's a studio, innit? But I didn't realize they booked out what they call Maloko Studios. And it was like a big thing. You know what I'm saying? But to me, this is the first studio experience I've had.
Yeah.
So I thought this was just studio. So I thought, you know what I'm saying? But they were making the album. Then eventually, everyone kept asking me, like, obviously then there was new people. There was Trim, there was Rochi, there was Brayson. And then we started just recording. It's weird.
Because even from that description that Target gives in the book, it's like you were very different from what people expected then as a...
Oh, of course.
As an MC. Do you always feel like you've been an outsider?
Yeah, because Grime was like street music, like what drill is and like Blade Brown and all that. That was the voice of our thing. Like Garage became mush, like because it was like slapping in the charts and Craig David and all that. And Grime was road youths, like, you know what I'm saying, road. That's why I used to just get in bare beef and bare. It was dangerous, like not exaggerating. Not saying I was dangerous, but it was dangerous. You know what I'm saying, and obviously I'm from ends like everyone else, but it was. I didn't really feel like them, and I wasn't. To be fair,
yeah.
I'm not. I'm saying like I'm calm. I'm not angry. I'm cool. Sold drugs for a bit, but I was just because I was a bit bored. Even then, I didn't even need to. Like, even that's why I stopped. I said, what am I doing here? It didn't make sense. But I just say, I was young, just trying to find myself. You start doing all nonsense. So yeah, I always felt like an outsider. And even more so in the Road Deep thing, because I'm from Northwest, and they were all from East, and they all grew up together. And I was one of the last in. So even one of the new, even like Trim and Rochi and Brazen, that they knew them. They're from the same area. They have more in common. I random done.
Yeah.
Random done. Like I'm saying, super random. Not even like, yeah. So it took me ages to feel that part of the thing. Not until like years later I felt that part of the thing.
Right.
Like till like good times and that.
Right.
Maybe a bit before, but like really then.
Firstly, I guess how difficult is that? But then also, when do you realize that being different and being somewhat of an outsider can be an advantage, and you can kind of flip that?
Not until the other day, really. Like most of the time, like this sounds bad cheesy. Most of the time, you just try to fit in. But it's true though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until you just get older and know yourself a bit more. Some people do know themselves very early, and I think, let me not lie. I knew myself because there's so much stuff I wouldn't do or didn't do, but I did musically. I didn't see a space for it. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to say some certain things, but what on this loud beat? Like, or we have to get wheel ups in it. I have to do this. So I don't even know how to musically do that. And it's the only music I know we can make.
Yeah.
Because the rappers were like what's his name? Like Klashnikov and Sway.
Yeah,
and
right.
I'm not rapping like, you know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. I didn't even want to, even though you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to rap like that. So I thought, this is all I can make. So I just got to adapt to this thing. And then in my normal life, I was just myself and then catching joking or whatever. It's not till like a lot later in my career, I like just be yourself in the music, like your normal self.
Yeah.
And then that's when it made more sense. And I thought, I should have just been doing this. Do you know what I mean? Because like when you hear Wiley, that's Wiley.
Yeah.
That's how people think to it. And obviously, someone like like Skepta, obviously he produced, he could always make his mood and his vibe. Anyone that produced an MC, they can get their thing. And other people just were either more talented than me, as in like writing reload bars or writing bars for radio or whatever. Me, I realized that wasn't my forte. I thought I'm better at what I do now, like making projects, creating the vision, things like that. But I didn't have the tools to do that before. Like, I'm talking about in myself, not just physical tools. Like, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand a lot of it.
The way that the industry is, they're always looking for the next whoever it is, and I guess that can sometimes promote people just being the same and like this cookie cutter approach. Especially
them time there, like up until I was saying it, like when I watched Location video the other day, Dave's thing, I wanted to cry, bruv. I watched it, I was very emotional. I realised there is about 30 man them in here all doing their thing at the same time. Like literally, not even like literally about 30 man them and gal them that are doing their thing at the same time, successful on their own terms in this country from ends. Like one's a comedian, this one does that, was a YouTuber, Dave's rapping, there's Tiny, these Stormzy DJs, Stormzy's festival, like there's bare stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone's, and there's even down to like this generation of Crypto Coding who's obviously older than them, and there's even generations in the video, and Lethal's in the video, and you're all rich and you're all doing well without bumping into each other.
Yeah.
And I thought this is sick, because I remember before it'd be one at a time. So when Dizzy was like super popping, they had to be like Dizzy, or Wiley's moving, you got to be like Wiley. When it was Tiny Temper, when it was Teachy Striner, when it was like one at a time. So you had to be like that. Now you could just be yourself. There's a lane for everyone. If I want to start a podcast, fam, Chucky and them are doing podcasts, and Taser and they're selling out. There was no space for any of this before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you always had to be I'm 30, I want to 34. Yeah. If you look at anyone who's like 30 plus, anyone today like Charlie Sloth, like Taser, Chucky, everyone was an MC at one point. Do you know what I mean? Everyone had, because that's just the thing you've done. Everyone's like, why did everyone have bars? Because don't know, man, that's the thing you used to have to do. Like, if I'm honest, I don't know, maybe if I was like starting today, I wouldn't be MC. Probably wouldn't, to be fair. No, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably be a DJ because it's a lot cheaper. Or I don't know, I might not have been an MC.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If it was today, because there's so many options, but then obviously that's also confusing.
At what point did you realise that it's important to be different?
I don't know if it was important to be different. It's most important to be yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just saw people just getting like wrapped up, like literally and mentally, in just some next world. Like man, them were pretending to be goons and shotters or whatever. When it came on top, and people were saying, "Yo, you're losing your life, or you're getting jail, or you're getting punched up," or it's like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you're pretending to be this thing, and then when it's really time to be that thing, you're not. That's not you. And when I say mentally as well, you're pretending to be, so you're MCing now, and then people are pretending you're saying all this stuff. You start believing it, and then so you know you're just the next person. Do you know what I mean? And you got to live up to this thing all the time. That's not even you.
Yeah.
Like bare goons, I know that when you take them out of their element, they're just normal.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's normal, but like they're not super bad man 4000 like you think in the song. So you don't even know them anyway. So it's weird. But they got to pretend to be like that. And it's long. And then I realised I don't need to be like that anyway. First of all, I don't have the frame for it. I got glasses. And not like say you can't have glasses and be a bad man, but I mean it's like, it's not me. It's not me at all. Yeah. So like, it's not really about being different. Honestly, it sounds bare cheesy, but it's just about being yourself, bro. Yeah. Just be yourself. The more you are yourself, you're laughing. Yeah. Because they ain't got to pretend and do anything.
Was it ever difficult to be yourself though? And like when you were young, was it ever tempting to sort of be like, these people are getting deals by being like this, so I should be more like this?
Oh, of course. But not. You know what's mad? I never really struggled that. It sounds so stupid. I never really struggled in that in the music thing, because I never even saw myself being this, like making P or whatever. I just always saw it as a chosen. Like I said, when it was one at a time, it was always like a chosen one, and I never thought I was gonna be like the chosen one.
Right.
But everyone just said, "Yeah, we're gonna get behind Manga and do this thing." So I struggled to be myself in normal life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just be doing what man them are doing sometimes. I don't know, it was weird. I never really struggled. It was more struggling to represent myself rather than being myself.
Yeah.
Because if you knew me, I've always been like this. But in my music, sometimes I just didn't have the thing to do. No one wanted to send me beats. I didn't know how to record myself. I didn't have money to go get a video done. You know what I mean? So I'll just be on sets. And on sets and in like a small feature on a Roll Deep song, like with X amount of man, you can't really show yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I thought you do this, and then someone comes down from the above and says, "Yeah, here's some money, and you're gonna do this now." That's how it works.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen like Wiley get a deal. I've seen this one get a deal. I've seen, and that's what just happens. Then you make your statement. And you just be the best on the mic. That's why I was always writing and clashing and just trying to be sick. I thought, yeah, the sicker you are, the chance you get to do your thing. But it don't really work like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't know that.
How did you go from obviously being like someone within a collective to being solo? What's that process like?
A bit difficult, but it was fun and scary. You know what it is? When it comes to that, I want to say the end of Roll Deep, it was more, I was taking more, obviously I was older by then. I was like 25 when like Good Times and all that was coming out. So everyone was getting money. I had more responsibility and I had more of a voice. I just knew myself more in it. So now I've been around the man then for a long time. Well, decent, you know what I'm saying? So I can talk with people, I have to share my opinion and say this and say that without feeling, no one's gonna listen to me, rare. So nearer the end of Roll Deep, I was just doing bare stuff, like sorting out artwork and song ideas and like helping, like proper doing stuff. So when it comes to, and then everyone else kind of like not dissolved, stopped doing stuff. Obviously they're older. I'm like one of the youngest.
Yeah.
Some people stopped. Like Target carried on doing obviously radio. He was taking off a radio. Flowdown was doing best shows in the Bug and going around the world. J2K started Crepitech. I thought, alright, and then obviously Wiley's Wiley always. So I thought, alright, what do I want to do? Do you know what I mean? Cause I'm not just gonna sit down and just die with a name. And then I just then we got a studio. Then me, Flowdown, and we had a Roll Deep studio.
Yeah.
And then me, Flowdown, and Target got our own studio because no one wants to pay for the Roll Deep studio anymore. So we got our own studio, and then that's when I had that was the first time I knew how to record, and I had my own equipment, my own space. Because I was in there the most, really. Like I said, I was just in there every day. So I was just getting beats off SoundCloud or whatever and just trying it. Like if I was trying to record in a Roll Deep set, when like it's literally, not exaggerating, like 30 man in the studio, trying to record something like Men Are Trash or We Fall something a bit, like man would laugh, or like I couldn't get it out in time. I wasn't that good. I'm not like, even now I'm not that good in studio. Do you know what I mean? I said I was more raised on radio and things like that, so it would take me a long time, and I didn't know how to do it, and I'd have to ask someone to record me. So I'd have to ask Daddy to record me. You don't really want to record me because this isn't his beat. Where's this song? Like, you couldn't see the appeal. What's the point? So when we got our other studio, where it was smaller, I could record myself, and then I could just try things. So it could take as long as I want. Try something if I want to sing, if I want to rap about that, if I want to cry, if I want to bust joke, if I want to, whatever, I could do it. And just me listen back to it, and that's when I understood the process of making music more. So that was like 2013.
I saw something where you were talking about people confusing what they like versus what they should make, and I feel like you've done a really good job of, like, I know you like James Blake and stuff like that. You then don't go and try and replicate what he's doing. That's
what I think I understand. Like, yeah, you don't have to do everything you listen to. Enjoy that. When I first started recording myself, I was doing everything, like trying to, like, yeah, I want to make this and music like this and music like that, because it's all open and free. Then I realized, nah, bro, at first I'm not that good at doing that. I'm a grime MC, and I'm sick at it. Like, this is what my skill set has been honed to. So use that. Let's say, why am I gonna take back from that? Try and start again in a new field, like start singing auto-tune, James Blake left, psychedelic type thing. I don't know how to produce. I don't know how to make this type of music. So I like making grime, but I do want to make it my way. So that's why I had to find a balance of making it not just like them, man. Yeah. My way, but with my skills.
Yeah, because I feel like you're really good at putting together songs that they say something, there's a sort of concept to the song. Yeah. But like, you aren't going, like you say, you're not going completely left.
Nah, I did try that for a bit. Like, there's songs on my computer, like early 2013 to late 2012. Like, if you, bro, what are you doing? But because I was just, that's when I found SoundCloud was popping, and I was just finding beats, like random beats. Like, there wasn't many grime beats that I liked, so I would find like a Sango or Monty Booker. That's mad because they're are big now. But
yeah.
Like, spit on it, like closest thing to, like, not grime, but like a type of speed, and just see how it goes. And then, yeah, just try things. I did go left a bit. That's why I like projects like Lunchtime at Art School and New Noir. Like, they're a bit, not all over the place, but like, what's going on? but I was just trying the thing. But
Yeah,
once I
yeah.
found some Grime beats I like, big up Louis. And what's like, I just got a bit more, once I understood it more, I know what I was looking for,
Yeah.
then I could just create it more.
But do you think that part is important, this experimental stuff? Do you think that's an important part of the process from going from spitting on a Roll Deep song to putting out Outbursts?
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to be able to get to Outburst without doing all these weird songs. I broke up with my ex every time. I was broke. I was broken. It was bare stuff. Like I had bare like sad love songs in the computer. But I had to do all that. And like I said, it was the combination of having my own space as well. Obviously, Flowdown was there. Target was always busy. To be fair, he wasn't even there that often. But I'll be stay there all day, like for weeks.
Yeah.
Like the studio must have stunk of like farts and that. But I was just there, just trying, seeing what I want, and then having, because it was down the road actually. It was in Shoreditch, and then that's when Shoreditch was popping as well. So people was always, even like, you know what I'm saying, when it was a mush, people would just come through like Western, and like Smalls and everyone, whoever, because everyone was in Shoreditch and just come through and I was trying a thing, and it was a studio space and we just had fun. Do you know what I mean? So it was more about, to be fair, I didn't really get that much done there in terms of making money or singles, but I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Because I was just in there in the dark by myself, trying a thing and unlearning how to make songs, how I thought you had to make a song. It's not. So I had to learn new things.
Do you think that it's also good that, you know, a lot of that stuff you did just keep on the hard drive and you didn't necessarily put out?
No, I did. I put it on the SoundCloud at the time, but I wasn't popular, but no one cared.
Right.
So it was cool. Like, so, and that's why it's bad. Some people I don't know if they'll listen to this, but some people will listen to this if they followed me like from then. They've known like the bit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was doing all that too. And that's why I think Outburst done well. You know what I'm saying? Outburst was like the combination of all these things, from like the stuff I learned in Roll Deep to all the experimental stuff I tried to. I understand where you went from that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of it's on the hard drive, but a lot of it was on SoundCloud. I just took it down.
Yeah.
I don't even know how SoundCloud works anymore.
I think one of the really valuable things, or one of the things that you've done that I think's really been important, is the way that you've built an actual fan base around you and not just like a specific song.
No, it's mad. People say that like it's on purpose, but I just never had a song. If I blew up with a big song, then I can explain it. Like, okay, like use Rams for example, yeah. He didn't get a chance to talk to his fans or whatever, build up a, yo, hello everyone, this is who I am and rare. And then the song gradually built, and then here's what went on to be Barking. He made Barking, it blew up, and now you're massive. So you don't even get a chance to introduce yourself. So while I'm here at this stage, like I will talk with everyone. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember who told me, you should talk to every fan, every support, everyone who tweets you, until you can't. Until I get like too many messages, I can't even respond to them. Why are you not saying Wagwan so they get to know you and putting your personality out there and rare? You know what I'm saying? Do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to them. Who's so since they love my music. Even just saying thank you. They're like, yeah, you can see me. So they feel more connected. Because they are, like, they're your lifeline. So I just tried to do that throughout the years. And I've never had a big song. Like, I've had songs that done well, but not like a massive song. So that's why it's more built up like that.
But also, do you think it's helpful in that you're completely independent? You don't have a PR to go around telling people about your music, so the fans end up doing that for you. Of
course, because I don't feel entitled of anything. I'm not like releasing a song. I know it doesn't end with me recording the song. You know what I'm saying? So like some people, they signed, they got money, or they got PR or whatever, and they record the song, they put all, and that's why sometimes I feel like their music's better than mine, because they put all the energy to making the song the best. They'll agonize over making this song amazing, because they know, okay, once I deliver this, the rest will get taken care of. The PR will go talk to the magazines, and the plugger will send it out to the DJs. The videographer will come out of a treatment, and stylist will style me. It ends, so then they focus again on the next song. But I don't really have that luxury yet, so it's more about, the word of mouth helps. I say, and because really in this world of bare information, word of mouth is the only thing we trust. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you told me, yo, go check out the new Mahalia album, I've seen it online. I'm saying, I know it came out, whatever, and you told me, no, yo, check it out. I'm gonna go listen to it more. I might have got round to it, but you listen to it more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So word of mouth is the only thing you trust, anyways. Everyone thinks like now there's campaigns and all this internet and rare, but still the word of mouth is the most valued one. I can see things, because obviously you can put money behind anything and make it be visible, while making me care about it. Especially as a big man as well. I'm not a kid, so I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be, all right, cool, I'll take that in.
Yeah.
So that did help. It did help.
Do you think also there's a level of kind of humility that you need to have? Because when you're coming out as a solo artist, a lot of people are going to know your name already. A lot of people are going to know who you are, but it doesn't mean they're a fan.
Oh, yeah.
You have to like convert them from knowing who you are to being a fan.
That's where your ego has to step out. Because bare people think, you don't know me, bro. Like, I'm from... Like, I'm never... Not saying I don't care about mentioning Roll Deep, because to me, it had nothing to do with me. Like, Roll Deep wasn't big because of me. Like, I never done nothing. You have to be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because some people got like a delusions of grandeur and they think, yeah, I'm the guy or whatever. Look what I did. Bro, I didn't do anything. I was part of the crew that Wiley made. It was already popular. I added to it. But in the grand scheme of things, I didn't... It wasn't popular because of me. Do you know what I mean? But when you have ego, that can affect you and how you move forwards. Because you don't want to reach out. You don't want to... I don't want to say calm down, but like I said, you don't want to be like, all right, yo, I've got to start again. I go get every fan that I've got one by one. That's how I feel like I've done it. Like when I was doing like openings for Asteroid Boys and that, like they took a chance on me. Well, Trax obviously knew me from Roll Deep and he liked me, and then we just got along. And then I got along with them, and then, man, they didn't need to take me on tour. I had nothing to do with their thing, but I wasn't caring that I was playing to 150 punk fans that come to see Asteroid Boys from Wales and me doing grime music at the start.
Yeah.
And they had zero idea who I am. I wasn't like, you don't know me, man. You should not like. I wasn't that. And then so the first like couple tours or couple shows that I took the stairs, and I'm saying they just looked at me, and like, then one person cut to me, oh, that was alright, you know. And then it got to, oh, that wasn't that bad. And, oh, I like that. Then by the time we've done like, I don't know, the 5th or 6th tour, it's like, oh, I came here, and they'll be tweeting, Astro Boys, oh, make sure when they announce a tour, make sure Mango's supporting. Like,
yeah.
It went from, that wasn't as bad as I thought, to, oh, yeah, I want to see him with you lot.
Yeah.
To now, some people, obviously Astro Boys aren't around anymore, but I mean, I got people, like when I done my last tour in Nottingham, there was a brother and a sister, they came and they know me from Astro Boys.
Yeah.
That's it. They don't know me they just know Manga Saint Hilare from when I was performing with them lot, and now I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
So it's, you got to take that though. You can't just be like, yeah. Well, you can, but not for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I understand that I'm not known, bro. Like, you're not big. I'm not big. I'm not. So once you understand who you are, you can try and be who you want to become.
But it's easy. I think ego is really prevalent in
trust.
Like, how do you know to put that aside, and how do you learn to have that patience as well? Because I think it takes a long time to build something solid like the way that you are.
I think most people think it's like very planned out. It's not really that planned out. It's just how it is, isn't it?
It's instinct, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think for you.
What can I do? Like, what, me having an ego and saying this, that, and the third, and wanting to make a big statement. Time's passing and time's moving, fat man. And I understand reality a lot. I'm not around, I don't know, like industry people gassing me up saying, yeah, you're the guy, or da-da-da-da, yeah. Like, it's more like I understand myself a lot. And that's just through time, getting older, going through things, making mistakes. Like I said, I'm 34. If I was as wise as people might think I am, I would have clocked all this at 21. And by the time I'm 25, I'd be like Dave and them man there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there was people that clocked this thing. Not about the ego thing, but they understood life a bit better and knew how to maneuver. I didn't. I was in my own world for like bare years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now, when I'm older and I've just understood things and I get it, now I'm just learning. And I guess the lack of ego is the thing where I'm not afraid to understand that I don't know everything. You know what I mean? And then just give it a go.
Yeah.
Rather than be stuck in my ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm quite lucky to have people around me I do. And I'm quite lucky not to have no urgent circumstances. I don't have a kid. No one depends on me. Like, I live by myself and all that jazz. But I mean, like, I got to pay my little bills and whatnot. But it's not like some people, they had to jump back into a harsher reality than I did. Do you know what I mean? Luckily, I haven't had that. So that's another reason.
Yeah. You said before that you kind of realized that, you know, you're better at sort of releasing projects and things like that. It's interesting because obviously grime has more been built on like radio sets and singles and like having a banger and stuff like that, whereas like you definitely thrive across like a collection of songs that talk about stuff and say stuff. How did you start to like put that together? Because it would be very easy, I feel like, within grime to make something that sounds quite repetitive across like 14 songs.
I'm not good at that. I'm not good at making the grime, like air quotes, grime song.
Yeah.
Like it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I used to like, I'd love it. Like when I hear Wiley do it, or like I hear like a P Money song or whatever, and I like making it like their Skepta song, even Jamie song, very clear, sick beat. Here's some stuff I'm saying, catch you hook, safe. I wish I could do that because I'll be way richer than I am now. But I couldn't, but I just overthink everything.
Right.
So it's better for me to spread it out and here's what I feel now. And also, that's how I listen to music.
Yeah.
Start to finish. Like all my favorite, everything. Like when I listen to an album, I listen to it start to finish. That's how I listen to music. So that's how I process it. So that's how I think that's how it was easier for me to create it like that.
Yeah.
Rather than I shouldn't say I can't, but I'm not good at making a song and just saying here's a song, here you go.
Yeah.
Nah,
it needs to be tied to like a bigger.
Yeah, because it needs to make sense to me, bro.
Yeah,
to be fair.
Are there any albums that you feel like are like the, you know, archetype albums of like this is what an album is to me?
Oh, Boy in the Corner.
Yeah.
Mercury Dave Saved My Life.
Yeah.
Black Album. There's a few that I see. Kanye West Graduation. Top of my head, I think that's it.
Yeah,
Top
yeah,
of my
yeah,
head.
yeah.
Those are like, that's got Diplomatic Immunity.
Yeah,
saying like those are albums. They got like skits, they got vibes, they got theme. Like Graduation, that's something that's a whole. Not Graduation. Well, Graduation is my favorite. What's his first one?
College Dropout.
So that's like, but Graduation is my favorite. But I mean, that's a theme of a thing. I'm saying, oh yeah, Boy in the Corner, like it just made, because it was all like mostly produced by him. It had a sound that saying, oh right, this is a thing. Had like little skits at the end, obviously like small, but you just understood him. That's what made me think, yeah, bro, that's a project. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Rather than just rhythms. Like yeah, bare people got rhythms. Like Wiley's always had a big song. Every 2 years he gets a big song.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's never had a good album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But his mind don't work like that.
Yeah.
Wiley can make songs like that.
Yeah.
And he's incredible. So why would you stress about making an album?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. Like I said, when we made Good Times, the Green Light and all that, we couldn't make an album, fam, around it because it wasn't even songs that we knew how we made. Even though I wasn't on them, but you know what I mean? Like the album around it was nothing like it. It was very weird.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like I'm better at making like projects rather than singles. I wish I could make singles because it's just easier. Like Lethal sick at making a song.
Yeah.
You can't name me a good Lethal album.
Yeah.
There isn't one. You know what I'm saying? Not even dissing my mum. He don't make a good album. You don't want to hear what he thinks about Brexit and shit. Like I'm saying, or how personal life, but he'll make a rhythm and it will last and it's sick, and he will just make another one.
Yeah.
And make another one. You have to know your strengths, bro. A lot of people try to do everything. I'm not trying to do everything, but I'm trying to do what I do well. Like it's like me. Like I said, if I was pretending to be some super goon man 4000, I'd have to be that all the time. So, or if I was trying to be Gallem man, I'd have to be like sexy and shit. I'm not neither of these things. So just be yourself the most.
Yeah.
And then see what going on.
So how do you like pattern? I know that you start with the first song and stuff, but say going back to Outbursts, you've already had this like experimental period that you were talking about, and then you kind of like going to sit down to make this record with a theme and stuff. How do you do that while staying within what you...
Just the title.
Right.
Start with the title, then I move from there.
Right.
Literally, so all right, here it is. And then, so all the Outbursts and Outsiders are produced by one person. So I said, so Louis made Outbursts, Holiday him. I said, send me some beats. And then we started creating from the start. So I started, once I got this title, and I understand, all right, this is what it's like, this is not direction, but the theme.
Yeah.
Then I started.
And then do you kind of break down that into different themes and...
Not really, I just start writing. So I usually
Right.
start with the intro, and then I see what goes next. And then nearer the end, I see, what haven't I spoke about, or I'll ask Louis for a beat like, etc. and rare. And then that's it. And I think, that person will sound good in it. Then I create.
Yeah.
And then I'll do like the cover.
Yeah.
And then Stevie will make the cover look better.
Right.
And then that's how it goes.
And how do you go with... Because I guess you've chosen to go with one producer each time, which I feel like when you're going grime and you're going with one producer, you could end up with a project that's very...
Same.
Yeah.
But because I know Louis, we got Louis a lot. Like I know we can make everything.
Yeah.
I won't lie. Like making Outsiders was a lot harder. Like I don't know Sir Hits that well. And yeah, we're not friends like that. We're not like me and Louis are brethren. Like he'll ring me up and just talk rubbish down the phone every day when he's drunk. I don't know things like that. So it started off like with a good idea. I liked his sound. That the idea of Outsiders Live Forever was like a new nostalgia. So like obviously like, it's a lot of Esky sound and things like that. But it basically was meant to be like a project I wanted to make in 2006, but I didn't have the skill set to make. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that took a bit longer, and that's why the project's shorter as well. But Outbursts was easy, not easy, but Louis can make a lot. Louis is very sick. He's very sick. He can make a lot. So can Sir Hiss, but Sir Hiss one I was asking for a specific sound.
Yeah,
and
right.
Like I said, I don't know him like that, so it took a bit longer to get the back and forth going. But Louis, I could ring him up now and say, "Yo, he did," and then we could just start creating.
Yeah.
And on the new project, I just wanted to just try to switch it up and have different producers.
Yeah.
And say, all right, let's see what happens. But I was always scared of that because I'd done a project called 360 after lunchtime at art school, and it was just a mess. Like, because I just had bare different sounds, bare different producers, and I just thought, they're good songs individually, but as a project, it's all over the place. So it took me a little while longer to create this one, because I didn't want it to just be jumping.
Yeah.
I'm saying, all over the place. Yeah. Well, you've heard it. What do you think? It jumps, or do you think it flows quite well?
No, it flows. Yeah, of course.
Thank you. That's the thing I want to make.
But it also has a consistency. It flows. It has different songs, so you don't feel like, oh, this sounds the same as the last song.
Yeah.
But there's a consistency. It doesn't feel like.
But I realize a lot of that is sequencing.
Yeah.
That is mad important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, mad important to how an album sounds. Like, okay, the flow of it. So like I said before, that's how I listen to a lot of albums, like literally start to finish. So I understand. Well, I feel like I understand. Have an understanding of how it should sound.
Yeah.
How it should flow. So that's what I put a lot into before I even start. Like, so let's say I get the title, then I get a bunch of beats. I'll start rearranging beats into.
So the sequencing's kind of coming together as you're recording.
Yeah, definitely. Like, so I know what's next, or I know what. And I move obviously nearer the end. I'll move it around a bit, whatever. But I have to listen to it over again to have the feel.
Yeah.
And then it'll make a difference.
Do you feel like after Outbursts, there becomes sort of like a bit of a pressure on what people are expecting you to deliver?
Yo, badly. Because I had no expectations for Outbursts. And then like different pattern, like not charted, but streamed really well.
Yeah.
Went on one extra playlist. Slew was playing everywhere. Not we'll say in the Grime world. I was like, right. And people, the merch was selling. And about people coming up to me like talking. Like, I done a headline show. All of this from this one project. I said, oh my god, I don't even know how I done this, bro. Like I know how I done it, but like, so when I went to make Outsiders, I was shook.
Yeah,
shook. I was like, Ross, what then? Are they gonna like this as much? And to be fair, I don't think Outsiders is as good as Outbursts, but it's different. But it's not as good. Oh, it's different. I said sorry. It's different, but it's not as good. I think I was shook, to be fair.
Right.
People will say they like Outsiders, and they do like it.
Yeah.
But like, it wasn't as good. Like I'm saying, but this new one is as good. So it was. Yeah, the expectation thing was real. I didn't think it at all.
Because it's kind of like you weren't expecting anything from the first one, but now that it's up, you could then go down if you put the wrong project out, or you could go further up if you put the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't know. I don't know if I went up. I just I continued it. Like, cool, here you go. This one, hopefully I'll go up. Like, all right, cool. But no, it was, the expectations are a bit weird.
When you've kind of come out as a solo artist, how did you start to kind of learn and understand the business side of music?
I still don't know.
But there's obviously elements that you've had to learn because the music's out and it's streaming.
Just listening and Google.
Yeah.
Like, so, yeah, it's weird because you'd think, like, all the people around me, like, I know I'd ask, I don't really ask that. I didn't really ask that much. I knew what PRS was, but our stuff wasn't even registered properly. I had a faint understanding of what publishing was. My thing was, I thought, get bookings, innit? That's how you get money. You get bookings or you get a record deal. Those are my two things.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't getting either. So, when I learned about streaming, like distribution and that, I just Googled it, man. Just pay attention. Like, Twitter, it's like, just listen. People are giving out, like, I don't say gems, but I mean, people are giving out information all the time.
Yeah.
Just pay attention.
Yeah.
All I did was pay attention to everything. Like, so I watch a lot of interviews with artists and watch things like people are talking in there all the time, and then all right, what does that mean? All right, cool. Oh, there's this thing called Ditto, yeah. All right, let me Google that. You can upload and where. Then I just go move from there.
Yeah.
Like everything was just listening. To be fair, I didn't really know. I still don't know a lot of the bit like this. Now like, I got like a publisher, where it's like an admin deal, so I didn't get like money or nothing. But I'm understanding better other stuff I didn't know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And just trying and failing is the main thing that I've been doing. But luckily, it's been on a small scale, so it hasn't been like detrimental.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Some people have a manager and they understand these things. Or not even manager, they just understand these things a bit better.
Yeah.
So they know where to place themselves. I didn't really get that at first.
Yeah.
Now I get it a bit more.
How has streaming like changed or helped the way that you work?
Streaming means I can make money.
Yeah.
Like before I didn't make the money. When it was the obviously I came in the middle. When it was the iTunes era, when you had to spend 79p and then you'll get 15 pence or 20 pence from your tune.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I was making zero.
Yeah.
Because again, I wasn't getting bookings because I wasn't popular. I never had a record deal, and putting out your music like that, getting people to buy your music was difficult.
Yeah.
And obviously you're only getting an X amount. And them time that you could just rip tunes anyway. People used to like iPods. People used to like rip tunes and put them on their phone and all that jazz. So it was no money being made in it. But when streaming came about, because everyone just pays their £10 to Spotify or Apple or Tidal or whatever, they don't mind playing your tune. So if they like your tune, they're not paying for your song. They hear the song, they can just have it.
Yeah.
Like if you tell me about a song now, there's no commitment. I can just stream the song.
Yeah.
And if I enjoy the song, I'll stream it again, and I can send it to someone else. There's no pressure. But so once streaming came, it actually made some money. Like not a lot, but it's because it's the commitment of people are not feeling pressured or spend like put it like this. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. Like what I mean is, before you'd buy your favorite artist project.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was no one's favorite artist.
Yeah.
So I couldn't make money.
I guess now it also promotes you making a project that's really good, that sequenced well to keep people streaming it.
Yo, that's another thing, yeah, because you got to keep people's interest straight away. Even though it's sick, because they can just go on it and enjoy it, they can also go off it as quick. Like, say if they hear 1-2 tune, they start my project now, they press the intro, and they go to track 2, and they don't like track 2. They're not going to track 3, bruv.
Yeah.
There's literally millions of other songs they can listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Before, I said Graduation is my favourite album, yeah? There's a song on there called Drunk and Hot Girls, which is one of the worst songs in existence.
Yeah.
Not from Kanye West, in existence. One of the worst songs in existence. I still have that song because I had to buy the whole album. But if that was today and that was the second song on Kanye West's new album, I'm not listening to the rest.
Because I guess in that era, someone could have bought your album, listened to the first 2 songs, thought, I don't like this, and then not listen to it again, even though they've paid you.
They've already paid me.
But now you kind of have to make it where the whole thing keeps people's attention.
Another way to look at that as well is they listened to the first song, didn't like it, but they bought it, so they listened to the rest. So I mean, and it's a CD. It's in their car, it's in their house, so they're with that for the day. They haven't got another CD, and then they might like track 6, 7, and 13.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. It weren't that bad, and then you just like it, or you just end up, all right, cool. So, but because there's more commitment, I have it. Here it is. Do you know what I mean? Before, now it's like, I don't like that.
You gave me the project like a couple of days ago, and I've listened to it a few times, but there's stuff that is already like, that already sticks, even after a couple of listens, because it's so clear, and it's like...
But when I struggled with that before, I was like, my delivery, like literal physical delivery of how I was spitting lyrics was very complicated, and I was trying to talk to the MC, be the most... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess, obviously, like, you're a writer as well, yeah? So I guess, like, you know, when you're trying to, like, write, I don't know, sometimes you just try to write to impress your peers. I say the most, I'm saying, even the references you're making, like, all the things I was saying before was, like, unless you very knew me or you lived the exact same life as me, you wouldn't even know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So that's why I always big up someone like Skepta or Jamie, who can make things clear to everyone.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like Skepta's doing sick, because, like I said, a don in New York can understand him and his references and his cadence and his tone. Whereas if you used to take someone like Gets, they would be confused. You know what I mean? Like, what was he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be, that sounds mad, I'm trying to be more like Skepta, as in, and I think I'm getting closer to that.
Yeah.
Like, as in, like you said, you listening to it now, you can understand what I'm saying. You, no, not like literally understand what I'm saying. Like, you understand the topics, the theme,
Yeah.
the mood I'm going for.
Yeah.
Rather than before, I'll just be trying to say the cleverest lyric.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
but there's a good balance because it's
Yeah,
like
of course.
there's stuff in there where I feel like I need to listen to it more to get deeper to understand it. It's not like just super simplistic, like where like you get everything off the first listen, but there's a good level of like.
I want to make sure there's replay value in everything.
Exactly.
Because again, when I go back to my favorite albums, right? I listened to Blueprint 2 the other day, even though I think that album's rubbish, but I listened to like some of the old Jay-Z stuff, and it's stuff I know now because I just know and listen to watch interviews and know who these certain characters are. I listened, I said, oh wow, is that what I was talking about? And obviously he's American, so there's things I didn't understand in reference. Like like I remember an old Dipset song, and Cameron says, "Osh gosh bagosh, golly is gully, look at his galoshes." I said, I thought he was just talking like Dutch or something. Then I went to buy it, and there was a shop called Osh Gosh Bagosh.
Yeah.
And I said, oh my God, look at that. You know what I'm saying? You just understand references the more you grow. And I was saying, I want to be like that. So when you listen to it again, or after we spoke now, you can hear something and be like, oh, that's what he was talking about. And
yeah. I mean, I think Jay-Z's a great example of that because he's like, his music does often sound pretty simple, but then when you like look into it, he's actually saying three things with that one really simple bar that you kind of missed out on.
Triple entendre, don't even ask me how. But yeah, it's true. But because I think we miss out on that so much. I miss out on that in terms of listening when I listen to like Wiley or Kano or Dizzy, because I understand it all. Do you know what I mean? Like, not understand it all, but the references, I understand what you're talking about there. So when I show my little cousins like Boy in the Corner, you don't understand why it's so sick. You're not getting the feeling. You can't, because you don't understand where Deja was, or you don't understand that God's gift reference he made.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That was something always interesting for me, because growing up in Newcastle, the grime that I would get would be like, it would be Boy in the Corner.
Yeah.
It would be like Kano's album or whatever. I wasn't hearing the radio sets and stuff like that, so I was getting grime in album form.
Oh yeah, so boom. So how did you feel? How did you understand what they were talking about? Obviously, you understand the words and you understand.
So for me, it was just like rap music.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's the way that I got it and consumed it was exactly the same as the way that I would consume rap music, and it's not till later. So it's the same as like with rap music, where like, you know, there might be some mad sports references in a song that you don't really get. Like you might know who some of the bigger.
Well, not really. I know exactly what you mean. When I listen to Jay-Z, you talk about Marcy Projects in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's where is that, fam? And then you hear talking about Harlem or Atlanta, but this could all be even 2 miles radius to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't understand. Do you know what I mean? But you understand. Yeah. That's sick. I never thought. Yeah.
Obviously, one of the things with you is like that I think people respect is like the independence. It's just you alone. Do you think? I know that you've talked about the disadvantages of it, right?
I'll be selling drugs very soon.
But what are the advantages? Because I feel like there's definitely advantages to being like everything is your vision, and
the advantages are you just don't have to confer with anyone, and then when it goes well, you're like, haha, look what I did. No, it's more like you don't have to have the conversation. When I see people that sign or investment, you just have to explain yourself a lot.
Yeah.
But what I'm understanding now, to a certain level, that is good, because it's like when you have to explain it yourself. You just kind of like sometimes making sure you know what you're doing. Because sometimes if you ask me why, you're asking me questions about Outbursts and Outsiders. If you ask me why was this like this, or how come you done that video, then there's no reason. Do you know what I mean? But if I had someone I had to answer to, like, or confer with, maybe there'd be more of a plan. Like this time around, like I've got more of a plan.
Right.
I guess I'll be like, all right, why am I doing that then? Should I do that different? Rare. Like I'm saying, rather than just going off a feeling. So doing it by yourself is sick, because you can just go off a feeling. I can wake up tomorrow and say I want to release the new one with Murkish Dave, and it's gonna come out on Wednesday. Cool. But then someone else, if I had like investment or a label, would be like, all right, maybe you should put it out on next Friday, because it'll give us time to build up a campaign and rare. Because like I said, if I put it out on, like, let's say Wednesday and it don't do well, I don't even know why it hasn't done well.
Yeah.
But if it does do well, I still don't know why it does well. You know what I'm saying? So you don't gain no information.
Yeah.
You're just going off a feeling. Sometimes having someone to answer to, even if it's like your brethren, like you like manage you, or you just go back and forth with, it's good because you're saying you want to do this and they're asking you why.
Yeah.
And you got, oh, why do I want to do this? Then you got to back up. Even if you still go with what you said, you got to have more of an understanding of what you're doing. So it's like up to now, it's been sick just doing it by myself. Like, even though it's stressful at times, but it's sick because I'm just going off feeding. But now I'm understanding that people are listening, brother. And I need to be smarter and not work harder. Work smarter, not harder. Work harder. So I don't know, man. I'm taking a bit more time to understand the things rather than just go off. Fuck it, let's just do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One of the things that I always think is really good about the stuff that you do is like, you know, like if you had like unlimited budget, sometimes what you do becomes less creative because it's just like, oh, we'll put like all these billboards up and we'll do this and we'll just hammer it into people. Yeah. Whereas you've had to be a bit smarter about that because you're dealing with realistic budgets and what you can do. So in some ways, I think that's forced you to be more creative.
Of course, everyone knows. It's like when you're poor, fam. You have to make sure that you look good. So what do? You like, that's what I say. That's where all this thing comes from. Like when we're poor, we take care of our stuff we have. That's what, that sounds dumb. This is extreme. But you know, man, people get killed over someone stepping on your shoe. That's all you have. I'm saying, so someone stepping on your shoe, ruining your new shoes, or your shoes that you love, you paid whatever for, and you haven't got no money. It's a disrespect. You're taking it like that. You have to always try and make the most of everything you have.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's why when you go around like ends and there's bare broke people, their mum and dad ain't got nothing, they ain't got nothing, but they look good. You know what I'm saying? They fight, you think, oh, how comes you got Stoney on and you got, you know what I'm saying? They just make sure they make it look good. So the same with the budget thing, like when I'm making projects, I haven't got bare money to say, oh, just do this and do that. We got Gorilla, do everything. You just got to try and make it happen best I can. But obviously that way now, if I get a budget, I know what things cost.
Yeah.
Real, like, man can't tell me the video on GRM, like, with just in front of the block cost 4 bags.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't tell me, like, oh, if I pay a PR radio plug and he tells me, oh, I've just got it on DJ Target show, man, I got to play, here's £1,000. That does not cost £1,000.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's better to do a lot yourself so you can understand, so you can just understand when you're being bumped, so you can put your resources in better places.
Yeah.
So that if I get 10 bags for this project, I would spend it a lot better now than if I'd got it when I done Outbursts.
Yeah.
Because I might have spent 6 bags on one video
Yeah.
that would have lasted. People watch a video once.
Yeah.
3-4 times maybe. You know what I mean? So why am I spending like 60% of my budget on one video?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But I would have before, 'cause I just didn't understand how things worked. So you could have come up to me and told me, like, you could be your manager and say, yo, I take 60%. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's all about, like, not having the stuff helps you understand stuff when you do get it.
Yeah. And do you think, obviously, like, it helps you prioritize as well, like, what's important for the project? And
Yeah, of course. Like, I've got 16 tunes on this. I'm not going to have a video for every song.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a video for the song that's going to radio that I want to try and make it. Like, I feel like it's the broadest song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously I could do videos for other ones, but like, I'll scale them back. I can make a lot of money on merch.
Yeah.
So I'll spend money on merch. On shows, I'll spend money on promoting a show or things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The things that make things. Don't put me. I'm not doing a video like Mist in Dubai.
Yeah.
Jumping from a helicopter, because that's not where my audience is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so his audience obviously comes from, he's got jewels, he's got things, so he's good to look at. I need to spend money on the experience rather than the look.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I need to be in touch with them. So it's sick. Like, obviously, like, okay, Stormzy's videos, sick video. You know what I'm saying? People got to talk about it all the time. But obviously, he can do that. But I say, I'm not going to spend my money on making a super sick video like that, because majority of people that listen to my music are going to watch the video once and go stream it more. So like, even the Fino one's got the same amount of streams as it views on video.
Right.
And Influencer has got 15k views and 150,000 streams.
Right.
So they're not really going to look at me. I'm not that paying. You know what I'm saying? They're listening.
Yeah.
And they're buying that. So again, I've got don't know, like let's say 15,000 followers on Instagram, yeah, but I can sell 150 shirts.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I understand the thing rather than spending money on like, okay, so I can spend the 4-6 bills on buying t-shirts to sell, which should make me some money, or spend 6 bills on a Fendi jumper and take a picture in it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? For the 6 bills for the video, for the one scene in the video where someone might comment, "Oh, that jumper's hard."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll
Yeah.
I'll get a black tracksuit and spend no money on merch.
Yeah. I mean, merch was one of the things I wanted to speak about as well. As like, so to start off, when did you get into streetwear? When did that become something that you were kind of conscious of and interested in?
All the time, from young, from like
Right.
early. Like when like I said, man was broke, so like I never had like TNs and Air Maxes. That was not luxury. I don't know what the right word is. That was the height of luxury, fam. Like, that is the most. I didn't know what Gucci was. I didn't know what Louis. All this stupid stuff. Air Max. If you had Air Max, you're rich.
Yeah.
Avrex, you're rich. You know what I'm saying? Machino, rich. Obviously, Machino's high end, but obviously that's from like Heartless and Garage days.
Yeah,
but when
yeah,
it was
yeah.
arting, if you had TNs, Air Max, and you had an Avrex, and you had just the Nike tracksuit, you're rich, bro. To me.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So I was just obsessed with it from then, and then the more I got into it, like, you know, like Stussy and Supreme and Palace and with all skate brands and all that jazz. I really like skateboarding, like skateboard culture a lot.
Yeah.
When I was younger, but I just couldn't skateboard. Once I fell off, I said nah. I fell off once, and I said again.
You
I
just
was
stick to playing Tony Hawk's instead.
No, I did,
That's what I used to.
Yeah,
do.
I used to love playing Tony Hawk's, but I used to just buy the magazines. I used to buy like Spitfire wheels and things like that.
Yeah.
But I couldn't skateboard. I was just shook, to be fair. So I like all them type of things there. Like I just see how they dressed, and you know what I'm saying, I just always like streetwear. Always, It was always a thing. Like I was never into like the high end type vibes. It's not really my thing.
Yeah.
Because I like clothes so much. I need it to be cheaper.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I always say this, like, I don't have it. Well, I'm not really wearing anything, but I don't really have expensive clothes. I have a few pieces, and then I spend money on trainers a bit. I spend money on trainers, but I mean, I don't, because I like switching up my clothes so much. I don't like spending a lot of money on them.
Yeah.
So I'll spend a certain amount, and then I feel nice. Then I put it away. Because if you spend, like I said, £600 on a Fendi jumper, you're gonna have to wear that a few times. You know what I mean? Or that's your statement piece. I'd rather go weekday or go Supreme, even though that's expensive now, but Palace, or get whatever jumper and make it a thing.
Yeah.
And then, all right, I can just discard that after a couple months, and because, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I love streetwear, man, proper.
And how did you adapt that into helping you as an artist?
Because that's how I dress. So like I said, I would see a trend or a style I like and just make it into my merch.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Or I'd have an idea, like, and that's it. You know what I'm saying, and then we just sell it what I'd like, basically.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not even deeper than that. It's more about, it's how I dress. It's what I like. It's my idea. This is my interpretation of it. Do you like it too?
Yeah.
You know
Because
what
I feel like there's like a movement that is especially prevalent in the US where like the music merch is almost overtaking the streetwear, or it's like on a level with the streetwear.
You know why? Because their budget, like say, like someone like Travis, obviously Kanye started it already.
Yeah.
Someone like Travis, he can come up with the idea, the whole idea, and have it. That's what I like. Again, my things will scale back. So I want to have a t-shirt of a front print, a back print, and an embroidery on the arm. I can't afford to do it. You know what I mean? But he can, and it's cooler than just having, especially in America. Like, that sounds dumb. Like I feel like they don't really have. It's gonna sound clothes fashion.
Right.
I mean, like they have like high fashion. That's why they overdo it and trip themselves in. Like if they go, I keep saying Fendi. I don't know why. If they go Fendi, they have everything top to bottom.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
dress
yeah.
like that here. We have a mixture. Like even when you go Harrods, yeah. If you go Kensington High Street now, you'll see them you might see a woman in a Topshop trousers with some Chanel trainers, with a Goyard bag, with a H&M top.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like our thing is more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Americans, they either broke or they're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So the merch is cooler. It's something you could get. It's obtainable. It's exclusive. That's more exciting.
Yeah.
Then it's more affordable than like the Fendi and that, but it's more exciting than the what they call wife beaters. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our thing's changing. London's fast, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm saying like London's fast. Like, our style is changing a lot. Our things coming, like fashion's coming in and out.
Yeah.
Literally within months. It's mad. So you have to just pay more attention.
Yeah.
Over here in terms of merch and clothing and all that.
But I feel like you have embraced that same kind of like ethos in terms of like, you know, you go to a Travis Scott show or a Kendrick Lamar show or whatever, and people are like queuing for that merch. Like the merch is a big part of the show, and it's also like exclusive to like whatever show it is or whatever like tour it is.
Sorry to cut you. I learned that off Asteroid Boys.
Yeah.
So when I first started doing tour of Asteroid Boys, their fans would rush to the merch thing. But I realized punk bands and things like that, I've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Just copy, like hip hop, copy that. Really, punk bands with fear. So like that's why like what they call like Led Zeppelin and all these man them. I didn't understand. So obviously we go H&M and it says Led Zeppelin or
there's loads of like AC/DC ones and things like that.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones. They're like.
But to me they're just t-shirts. But now I realize they're copies of merch. That thing. But obviously that represented the time and it shows. All it is, it shows you that you know this. This is us. It's like a sign. So if I see you in a Outsiders top, you're like, oh yeah, you know about this thing there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or especially if it's older, like, oh yeah, you know about that from them. You know what I'm saying? It's like a figure. Like say that's what streetwear is too.
Yeah.
Because streetwear usually isn't very. Like, okay, when you wear like luxury brands, it says I don't know why I keep saying Fendi. Fuck it, Louis. If it says Louis Vuitton on it, you know he paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's it. If I see you in some Supreme Dunks from 2007, you have to know what they are to why they're a thing. They don't say best stuff on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just they look. Well, I got a Supreme bag, but I'm saying like says Supreme on it. But like, if you have a Supreme like old Palace top, oh yeah, you knew about it from them. You know what I'm saying that's what the same with the merch. You know what I mean? So like why I say is the same ethos as them, man, is because it gives people something to have.
Yeah.
The music's free.
Yeah.
We don't have to like the music. The music's free. It's disposable. But here's everything. Come to the show, wear the clothes. Let's be as a one.
Yeah.
Rather than listen to my song.
Yeah.
And listen to my next song.
It makes it into like a movement, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it also is like not to make it in like a kind of shitty way, but it's like it makes it advertising as well because people are going to go,
oh, of course.
What's the t-shirt? Because the t-shirt looks cool, and then that's going to put more people on.
Of course. A lot of people that might Fear No One t-shirt or either a t-shirt like God Save the Queen's t-shirt, or my first one I done okay was like Hate Me Slow, Love My Hate Me Slow t-shirt. But like people was buying it because they liked the slogan.
Yeah.
That was a hook of one of my songs.
Yeah.
But no one knew that. Not no one, but the majority of people that bought the t-shirts had no idea what it said. I just fashioned it in a way that it looked cool, and then that's it.
But do you think part of this ethos that's important is it goes into the design? Because it's not like got like your photo all over it, and it's not like super like...
I've said like, so me and Stevie, I gotta go check Stevie after. We got to do the new merch. You get me? I'm checking.
And this is Stevie Grimes.
Yeah, we got Stevie Grimes. That's he's an art director at Casablanca right now, and I've known Stevie for like 15 years, even longer than that. And he just hollered me on MySpace one day for design, and then we just been working together since. That's like one of my best friends. But so I'm not that good on Photoshop yet, but this is all he does. And then so we just come up with the idea. And like I said, we're both into the same things. So I never wanted it to say manga. Like that's not cool, is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, like I said, I'm not sexy. My face is peng, and I'm not the most popular, and I'm not, like I said, I know myself, ego, and it's not really for you to just big me up. You know what I'm saying? It's more you to like the t-shirt and feel that part of something. Do you know what I mean? Rather than be, like I said, it's more understated. Like if you go to like a Supreme top, like, and it says, some people, there's a Supreme top, old one, that's got like Dipset on it.
Yeah.
And it just says their signature.
Yeah.
Some people, I think that's from H&M.
Yeah.
That's like a exclusive, not exclusive, but a limited Supreme top. It don't say Supreme all over it. Even though they do that because they got a range.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like, oh yeah, look at that, look at me, look what I'm wearing. It's more about, if you know, this is the thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Same with the merch. I don't want it to say manga or manga's fan or the Manginis or something. You know what I mean? It's more like, that t-shirt's hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then move from there. So the design is very key to about what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not just like, it's not like a billboard. You're not a billboard, but it's more subtle than that.
Yeah. And how do you then go to establish the right price point? Because you obviously need to be able to make some money, but
just make it as cheap as possible.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like I said, it's more to, not say more to get it out there. I want to make money because that's how I make most of my money, is on merch. Is I don't know, man. It just, in line of what I'm saying, everything what I'm saying is that I was youth that didn't know who I was, trying to find out who I am. I'm not in the gutter, but I'm not up. So it all
ties back
has to
into
tie
who
in.
you
So
are.
I'm not gonna charge you £60 for the t-shirt or
Yeah.
£8, but people that support me haven't got that type of money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it can spare £30 or £20 or, I say, as long as I can make some money off it, I'm calm.
Yeah.
So it's more about expanding it rather than taxing the people who already in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, I don't want to be like, oh, you like me, yeah? All right, cool. So here's the ticket to the show is £40, yeah? And the merch is £60. And I'm saying I'm trying to drain the 100 people that like it, rather than look after the 100 people that like it, and hopefully they'll tell other people.
I know you've had like different day jobs and stuff. At what point were you able to be like, I can live off my art and my creativity?
I don't know, man. I'm still waiting.
Right.
No, I'm joking. I don't know. I don't know. It's just through necessity. Like I said, to be fair, the main thing is that I don't have no kids. I know dependents. So I can live off zero.
Yeah.
Basically, I can pay my rent, council flat. So if I need to say I'm super broke and what's the thing called when you sign on and all that jazz?
Yeah.
All that, I'll just do that.
Right.
For now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, obviously I don't do that. Luckily I do alright. I sell merch. I do shows with Target. I do shows, a couple shows, so it just gets me by. You know what I mean? But that's it. I haven't really made no real money, to be honest. I've never made like an X amount of money. But I get by to do what I'm doing. But it's mainly because I don't have no one. I ain't got to pay for no one apart from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got like family around me. I've got brethren. If I'm hungry, I can go to my brother's house and pretend I'm just visiting him. Or go to my mum's or go to my sister's. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is really. But it wasn't really a time. To be fair, I'm dumb because the times when I had a job, like I worked at Carrefour Warehouse, I've worked in Mother Care, I've done bare stuff over times, but not for that long. But like, I should have been stacking and then using that money to, but I wasn't. The times I've made the most money from music is when I only had to do music.
Yeah.
Like when I had to do, like, yo, I have to make this work.
Yeah.
When I had a job, I wasn't making that much.
Right.
Music, I was just like, oh well, I get my little £3 a month. It's weird. I think it's mad because I didn't make that much money at any job.
Yeah.
I wasn't even there a lot. I don't know what I was doing. I was a waste man, you know. And then I'll be like, so when I worked in Carrefour Warehouse, I think I'd get like £6 a month, which doesn't make sense. Like, I can make like, well, sometimes I don't make £6 a month. Like, sometimes I do, but doing music.
Yeah.
So why wasn't I using that £6 a month and doing the same stuff I'm doing now? Then I could make a grand too. But
Yeah.
I don't know, bruv. I was moving mad the time there. I wasn't very smart.
Yeah.
At all.
Because you got a song on the album about like how you have to reinvest all your money back into music and how long it all is and all of that. And I just wondered, like, for people listening who are creatives and maybe have a day job and stuff, what advice would you give them on when to take that jump into just like getting rid of the day job and just doing that?
When it's too much, like when you realize, yo, I'm missing out on more stuff being at my job than not being at my job. But you could all like, it's not sexy, but you're gonna have to do both. You're gonna have to like do both to a point where you're exhausted and see which one's worth your time more right now. Because even though you might want to do the job, it might not make sense. Like I said, if I never done shows, okay, Target, I host shows at Target, yeah. If I never had them shows over the year, I could have done this. But obviously, that's not me doing my thing. That's just like, if you haven't got the money to do what you want to do, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's no point you quitting your job and you want to make t-shirts, but you haven't even got the money to make the t-shirt.
Yeah.
And you know, say even one like couple runs of the t-shirt or whatever, or pay for the website or whatever. So if that's your plan to do that, to make the jump and say, yeah, I'm gonna do this, plan it.
Yeah.
Plan it and say, all right, I need X amount of money. I need 7 bags to last me 4 months to do this, that, and the third, and save up for your 7 bags.
What's been the most difficult thing that you've had to overcome over your music career?
Just understanding who I am.
Right.
Really, that's Like I said, I don't think there's like, and getting out of my own way is the main thing. Like things I thought was people were stopping me, or it was just me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And me not. You know what I'm saying, like I've said before, like when I was complaining the most, I was doing the least work. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh no, this isn't happening. Now I realized, was I even working towards it? Did I plan any of this? Did I put any of the stuff in place for this to even happen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I always say this in not every interview, but one time I was complaining to Logan about I don't make money from music, yeah. And then he said, "What, do you sell music?" I said, "Oh no." I said, "So how can you make money for something you don't even charge your money for?"
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. It's true, because I was them time that was years ago, but like I was complaining. That's when everyone was doing like promos and free mixtapes. I don't even sell music. How can I make money from it?
Yeah.
It's dumb. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying it don't make sense. So when I'm saying I wasn't getting shows, have I got a booking email? I haven't got an agent, yeah. But create a booking email. So if someone wants to book you for a show, there's somewhere to contact you. Obviously, it's not as good as an agent who's actively out there looking for you, but you have to make yourself available, bro. You know what I mean? You have to make it easier for these things to get to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get out of your own way.
What are you most proud of about what you've achieved so far?
In fact, I'm still here. I'm still here, and I make music that some people really love. Like, they really love it. I was never at the in thing. I'm still not the in thing. But people love this thing, bruv. Like, some people like love it. So I'm proud of that. Like, people got it tattooed on them. People that spent their hard-earned money to buy t-shirts, merch, shows, all that. You're like, oh, bruv, whoa. Actually give a shit. That's sick. That's quite proud.
And lastly, what does success look like to you?
Peace. Just being peaceful, man. Like, I could just not have everything, but like be here and there's no stress or small stresses. Just being peaceful, like have my people around me, make some money, have a future, bro. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. That's success.
Thank you for listening to Making Conversation with Grant Brydon featuring Manga Saint Hilare. If you like this episode, then please be sure to rate, comment and subscribe wherever you're listening to podcasts. You can find Manga at Manga Saint Hilare on socials and listen to his music on streaming services while we await the new project Make It Out Alive. You can find me on social media at Grant Brydon. Thank you to Kiki, where this series of Making Conversation was recorded.